Right. If you are watching on YouTube, welcome back. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Ooh. Last time we had a doozy of a battle. And we got the Sword of the Creator. Now, we're on chapter 5. So, Tower of the Black Winds. We got a whole new month. A whole new month to do stuff. I forgot to do this before the big battle last time, but you know, I should probably try to do this stuff now. Oh my gosh. I have to talk with all of these people? Oh, just 4 of them. Alright, well, this is what we're gonna do. What the heck?
A ghost, perhaps? No, that is surely not the case. What is that look upon your face? I am no ghost, if that is what was on your mind.
No. Who's there?
Wow, she's really...
Professor, what are you doing here?
Don't tell me she was sleeping in that.
Oh? Perhaps I was talking in my sleep.
Don't tell me she was sleeping in that.
Ah, so you heard me then. Yes, it was a nightmare. I've had them since I was a child. Stupid,
I think
pointless dreams
we've
I
all
can't
had them
control.
since we were a child.
It's terribly frustrating.
What are they about?
Just my childhood. A time before I had realized who I was destined to become.
Was she like abused? Oh jeez.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I suppose I could try. But only if you swear not to tell a soul.
I won't tell.
I appreciate it. I dream of my older brother, paralyzed, helpless. My older sister crying for help that never came. The youngest babbling words beyond meaning. I see my family dying slowly, waiting in the darkest depths for a glimmer of light. I once had 10 siblings, 8 older and 2 younger. Such a large family, and yet I became the heir to the throne. Do you know why?
I was wondering that before. Like, I was like, I knew she had family members, but I was like, why is she the one?
Every last one of them was crippled by disease, or lost their mind, or died. I was the only one left who could inherit the throne. Things kept getting worse. The darkness kept getting darker. In the end, I was the only one who survived. The nightmares are a reminder to never forget, to never allow such terrible things to happen again.
Never again.
Even now, I'm the only one who can carry the weight of the Adrestian Empire. The future of the Empire, of everything, depends on me. I shared more than I intended to. I suppose there's something in the air tonight. I've never told anyone about my past before. Please, forget I said anything. Sleep well, my teacher.
Interesting. Only C? Really? Wow, we have a lot to go. Okay, Linhart.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhart who's been skipping lectures again.
I see. Well, congratulations, you found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be?
I I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
He looks so pleased with himself.
That's it.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. You could use your Crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries in magic theory.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only if you put it to good use.
I'm sure there must be some use.
Oh? Then please, tell me what potential uses you have in mind.
Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artistic creations. So I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of the world.
A
Oh, God.
lullaby? I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning.
She's done with it. She's
Sure,
done
of
hearing
course.
that.
Goodbye.
Oh, God. Alright. Only a C. I guess they're all going to be C's for her. Bernadetta.
Bernadetta, why are you following me? You were following me quite conspicuously, so why attempt to hide now?
Please don't hurt me!
Oh, God.
Calm yourself. I have no reason to harm you.
Forgive me, I beg you! I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear!
Bernadetta,
Yes, Lady Edelgard!
please explain why you were following me and why you tried to hide.
Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me?
Please, speak like the human that you are. I already said no harm will come to you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Permit me to explain. Lady Edelgard, you are fearless. I look up to you as an example to follow.
And that explains it. How?
I decided to watch you from a distance, to learn from you. But your presence is, intimidating. I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Forgive me, I threw myself upon your mercy.
Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of.
What? You do?
You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought.
No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you?
I feel like Bernadetta could have been handled a little bit differently to make her not so incredibly annoying. Her character might be like, you know, kind of cutesy in like Japanese, but oh man, in English it's
The
just...
sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening. I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return.
The sea? I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise.
Again, my shortcomings delight you. Everyone has fears as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you?
I really did make you angry.
Alright, support up. Oh, there's so many more. Let's do Dorothea.
Hey, Adie. Uh-oh, you're scowling again. You're going to get wrinkles all over that cute face of yours if you don't smile more.
Hello, Dorothea. I was just lost in thought. There are so many things to be done. To think of them makes my head ache sometimes. So many nobles of the Empire are utterly useless. When I am Emperor, I intend to appoint only those who can actually be useful. It doesn't matter if they're of noble or common birth.
Good.
Noble or common, eh? Can you really do that? I mean, not that I don't agree. I'd make all those nobles vanish if I could.
Yeah, she hates nobles.
It's not a question of can or cannot. All that matters is doing it and doing it right. The nobility system has only been around for 1,200 years. The concept didn't exist before that.
Only 1,200 years, huh? You always say such preposterous and extraordinary things, Adie.
80.
But somehow you actually make it work for you. It's like you're a character from an opera.
A character from an opera? If an opera is made about my life someday, I wonder how I'll be portrayed. The revolutionary who guided the Empire to a new dawn, or the foolish ruler who took her revolution too far?
Come on.
Well, that all sounds pretty violent. But either way, it would make an incredible opera. Do you figure it'd be a grand action piece full of combat and strife? Or would you prefer a somber political drama?
Probably wants a somber.
Hail the mighty Edelgard, the red blood stains her story.
Wow. Was not expecting that.
Heavy as her crown may be, she will lead a soul to glory. To a brighter dawn we shall carry on. Hail Edelgard!
Oh.
That's quite enough, Dorothea. I'm starting to feel more than a little embarrassed. Lovely as your voice is, let's just hope that any operatic productions about me are still a ways off.
It was quite good, actually. I wasn't expecting it, but it was good. Not bad. Not bad, Dorothea. Hubert. Okay.
Well, this is fascinating. Following this equation...
Linhardt. Here again, I see.
Go away, Hubert. Now is not a good time. Ah, yes. The double line becomes a helix, and its arc... No, that cannot be correct.
Now is exactly the time. Lady Edelgard requests your presence. Come. The lecture is about to start.
Politely inform her that my research is vastly more important than whatever it is she has to say.
Uh-oh.
While your passion may be admirable, it is sadly misdirected. This matter takes priority. Return to your hobby when your duty is done.
Hobby? This research will most certainly prove useful in the future.
I thought you said that you didn't want to use it for things other than yourself.
The Empire requires you to be useful now. I should think you would want the same. You have an almost unparalleled intellect, a singular focus, and unfettered imagination. In truth, you have talents that many, including myself, will never have the privilege of possessing.
Are you complimenting me, Hubert? That alone deserves to be studied.
Let me finish. I haven't an ounce of respect for the cause you have chosen to waste your talents on, which changes frequently, I might add, with no rhyme, reason, or results. Learn to apply yourself to something constructive. You may still have a bright future.
That sounds suspiciously as if you're not going to leave me alone. I just want to live a life doing things that interest me. Is that so wrong?
That is unacceptable, even for a nobleman. Her Highness will soon ascend the throne. She is attempting to deal with such noble privilege head-on.
You have a point, and I understand where you're coming from. But I can't do it. I can't bring myself to work for someone else.
Pathetic. Keep to your books, then. Goodbye, Linhardt.
And they bonded over that. Okay.
Being outside is so tiring. Tomorrow's gotta be just an inside day, Bernie. Whoa, why is it so cold all of a sudden? It's as
Oh my
if an
God.
unspeakable evil just...
You're late.
No, into the light! Back to the beyond from whence you came!
Oh my God.
Are you telling me to die?
Hubert!
In the flesh. I came to ask you something.
He's like a friggin' vampire, man.
Oh no, what did I do? Think, Bernie, think!
There have been sightings of a sinister figure carrying a sharp object, wandering the halls at night. A strange giggle, the glimmer of a needle in the dark, the sound of a door creaking open and closed.
I was embroidering.
Oh my God.
I suspected as much. Then you leave me no choice.
What? No, I'm too young to die. I've got so much left to do. Please don't kill me!
About what I expected.
It's no good. I can't run anymore.
That was quite a sprint. A shame you lack stamina. Now to my duty.
You're You're going to execute me, aren't you? Please, let me compose my last will and testament. Or at least a swan song? The creak of a door. Sorrow like a needle point. Bernie's gone away.
Bernadetta, a word of caution.
Was that a haiku?
How would you feel if you fell or bumped into someone while carrying around that needle? Please watch where you're going in the future. How did you manage to faint while standing up?
Oh my god.
Well, I cannot simply leave her here.
That was messed up, man. Sick and twisted. Petra.
Petra, industrious as ever, I see.
Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working hard to improve my position. Right now, it is not a good one.
Even accounting for that, your efforts are impressive. I wish a little of you would rub off on certain people here. One troublesome slouch in particular.
You talking about Linhart?
Rub? I will not be rubbing on anyone.
Oh god.
Not literally. I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in Fodlan. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal. So much so, I thought you'd grown up in the wild.
I had more youth then, and the experience was terrifying. My grandfather ordered me to go to Fodlan with suddenness. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. The treatment I was receiving was like I was a strange beast.
It is unfortunate, but while you were called our guest, you were actually a hostage.
What?
You were meant to be insurance that Brigid would not restore its alliance with Dagda and attack us. The Empire required leverage, and after all, you are the Princess of Brigid.
It gave me sadness to leave my home. But I am not unhappy that I came to the Empire. I have learned much understanding from the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am. And meeting you and Lady Edelgard has had great value for me.
I admire your spirit in the face of adversity. You set a strong example to follow. And there is much more adversity to come.
Alright, done with those guys. Oh boy, this is rough.
Just look at this place. It's so beautiful, I believe I should take a nap and enjoy it properly.
Linhart, lost in thought, I see. Unacceptable. Are you not aware that a noble's duty is to be ever vigilant?
Rest increases alertness. Is there something I can do for you, Ferdinand?
Well, I was just passing by, and I thought I could give you a little advice. You always seem to be napping. Why not spend your free time doing something productive?
Easier said than done, Ferdinand. I'm afraid I suffer from a constitution that tires easily.
Some training will remedy that. Let us work on that today. I will train you myself. Arise, Linhart. The righteous path of the noble lies before you.
You're always giving it your all, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Is there something wrong with that?
Of course not. In fact, I rather enjoy your demeanor. You go all out even when others wish you wouldn't.
Yeah, they're kind of like the opposite, huh?
You work hard, inspire the admiration of others, and your dignity as a noble is beyond reproach.
I consider it my mission to serve as a guide and a model for other members of the nobility.
As capable as you are striking. Next to you, I am a mere infant.
Oh, you are far too kind. Although I do work hard each day to achieve all of which you speak.
You've mastered all the important noble skills. You drink tea, talk about how great you are, ride horses.
Indeed. I went for a ride earlier today.
Is that so? You'll have to tell me about it sometime when I'm not walking away.
Where are you going?
I must get some sleep, being the infant that I am. Farewell for now, Ferdinand. Oh, noble among nobles.
Oh god.
Noble among nobles? Seems a bit much.
Yeah, he's
Did you say get some sleep?
he's very the most noble, right? Which is why that one time Dorothea was just like not having it. She's like, screw off. You're too much of a noble.
That settles that. And don't even think about brawling around here again.
Impressive, Caspar. Well done.
Hey, Ferdinand, did you see that fight?
I saw it from start to finish. Both parties were at fault, disturbing the peace. Then you stepped in and corrected their behavior. You are setting a good example. I am proud to call you my fellow noble.
Your fellow noble? I wasn't even thinking about nobility. That had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Excuse me, nothing? Resolving conflicts among common folk is a duty of the nobles. Is that not what you were doing?
I guess so. But it was more like instinct or something. I saw people acting out of line and I had to step in.
Ah, you were acting on impulse. You might be better served following moral convictions rather than instincts. Take me, for example. I always bear in mind that I am a noble and behave accordingly. The fortunate must help the unfortunate. That is my guiding principle.
I never have any idea what you're talking about. If someone's in trouble, you gotta help them out. Simple as that.
A difference of opinion, you might say.
I like Ferdinand, but
Very well then. Believe what you will. I will not expend energy trying to change your mind.
his noble thing is like a little like
Maybe
too
all
much.
this noble stuff just isn't for me. Hey, don't walk away when I'm talking to you.
So they are also a C. Okay, good. Look at all these other people down there. Interesting. You can bond with all these people.
Ferdinand? Our professor is wanting to see you. He has much concentration right now. I will wait for it.
Diplomacy has an effect upon weapons development. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, Petra, how long have you been there?
A short time. You were devoting all of your attention to that book.
Forgive me.
Sorry, I was looking
fully
at her.
absorbed in my reading.
I was trying to see like something.
I see you have been reading as well. Anything interesting?
I am studying the history of Fodlan.
A history book. What a keen student you are. And it's about House Hresfelg. Certainly a stimulating topic.
I am wishing to learn all about Fodlan. What is the book you are reading?
It's weird. She seems like
Oh, this?
interested.
This relates to a little hobby of mine. The regional history of weapons development in Fodlan.
She's interested in Fordland, even though she came like as, I guess, a hostage, which is so
Militaries
weird.
have to adapt their weapons according to terrain and climate. And they have to keep up with technologies in other regions. It's very interesting.
Yes, it is interesting. I see why you would be enjoying that kind of reading.
Oh, does that excite your curiosity too? Perhaps you would care to read more about it then. This is just one of 18 volumes, and our library has the entire collection.
I give you my gratitude. Research of weapons could be a good reference for me. Oh, please take my apologies. I was meaning to tell you that our professor is wanting to see you.
Oh, it is not like you to forget something. I suppose I ought to be going then.
Yes, it is a rarity that I forget something. But it is not impossible.
Well, that was a random thing to end that off on. Huh. I wonder if there was a deeper meaning behind that. Off to Linhart now. Then Casper. Bernadetta, you probably got. This might go faster than I think. Maybe. Hopefully. Let's see.
You're looking pretty tired, Linhart. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit.
I believe you have enough fighting spirit for the both of us.
Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much as you can get if you're gonna train.
I'd rather pace myself. You're becoming too much like your father. I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some training.
I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over it.
They hate one another so much. I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them.
I wish they'd just have it out already. One big fight to settle things. My father would win, obviously, but it would still be fun to watch.
It's so crazy.
That would be rather cruel. I don't think
I'd be interested to see that.
except your father. My father does have the height advantage, though.
Height advantage? What does that matter?
When two opponents are of similar strength, the one with the height advantage wins. It's pure math.
No.
Whoever forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height.
Brute strength alone doesn't decide a fight. And taller people have longer limbs, too. Longer limbs equates to a longer reach. Taller people can hit you from farther away. Oh, and they have more leg strength. There's also that... Well, I'm bored explaining this. I think you get my point.
No, I don't get it. Now you're talking about limb length and reach? None of that matters when you're up close and brawling.
You know, I'm going to agree with you just so I don't have to keep talking.
If you've got something else to say, then come out and say it. Actually, you know what? Forget this. I'll prove it to you myself. Some of those new knights look pretty tall. I'll fight one just for you.
Okay, he's always up for fighting. Really up for fighting all the time.
They're all so strong, I couldn't land a single blow.
So it's as I said then, isn't it? The tallest fighter has the advantage, and my father could beat yours in a fight.
Well, at least he, you know, he's having a good time. I like Casper.
I do believe a nap is in order.
Ah, this is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles look down on
She likes
such
to give
behavior.
everyone nicknames.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
Married a boat.
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor
Welcome.
clothe. It offers no warmth.
How you doing?
Night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... Oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if
There's
bad
so much-
blood between
so much
civil and military
backstory
is
between
somewhat
all this.
unavoidable. The Minister
Very
of
good. How are
Domestic
you?
Affairs is in charge of all
I'm pretty
civil
good.
officials.
I'm doing good. I
So if
worked
just
today,
taken
but
easily, their subordinates would lose
I'm off now.
respect, right?
Playing some Fire Emblem.
I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Lynn.
I wonder if that's what the charm stat actually is for. Maybe. How is this game? Never seen it? It's pretty dang good. I'm pretty addicted to it. Tactic battles. The whole setup is really interesting. This whole student professor dynamic. It's interesting. Right now we're just going through and getting all of the characters to bond with each other.
Petra, would you pause a moment?
Yes? Are you wanting something?
And they all have like a background and pretty deep story. It's pretty interesting how interconnected everyone is.
I was observing your spear work, and I wonder if you don't think your transitions are sloppy. The way you move your arm before a strong thrust hinders your movement and slows your spear on its way back. It leaves a rather large opening.
Which arm? My left or right?
I think the right... No, actually it's both. It's something about the way you move your elbows.
I am not understanding. Can you show me, please?
Demonstrate? No, I'd hate to get sweat all over my book.
Oh god.
I must correct this. Please. Or are you unable to do, and you can only teach?
I am more of a theorist than a practitioner. I advise and you implement.
Then...
It's all quite simple. Sometimes you make a big stab downwards, right? Before that, you lift up. At that point, you sort of...
I don't think I need to hear the details of wielding a spear.
It's the arm movement that's extraneous. Calculate the
locus? Elasticity? Please. If you are showing me, I will learn it with quickness.
I won't waste your time with such demonstrations. You're a smart one, Petra. You'll sort it out. Besides, I need to go now. I have a prior appointment to keep.
He's gonna go take a nap.
Linhardt only likes talking. It is on myself to prevail.
So you haven't seen this more about this game yet. Fire Emblem on the Switch.
And that one goes there. Perfect.
Do you like tactic battles?
Hey, Bernadetta, what's going on?
Tactical RPGs?
We're under attack. Help! Someone! Anyone!
Help! I'm the one who came here for help. Well, I guess I'll just take care of it myself. I can't believe I got hurt trying to break up someone else's fight. It's ridiculous. All I do is step in to calm them down, and the next thing you know, they're both at my throat. Hey, you ever been in a fight?
Fight? You're challenging me to a duel?
But I hate this girl though.
No, I can't! Never fought anyone in all my life! I surrender! You win!
Alright. That was easy enough. Not to be rude, but do you ever think that maybe your attitude makes you a little unapproachable? You should try stepping outside and socializing. I'm sure you'd make friends in no time if you didn't waste it all in here.
Outside? In no time? Huh? Or maybe it's just not as easy for me as it is for you. Did that ever cross your mind?
Why wouldn't it be? Making friends is easy. This one time, I even made friends with someone I'd just been in a fight with. I think it was the gorgeous view that did it. Come on, let's go check it out.
Hold on! What are you doing?
Calm down. I'm just gonna carry you out of here. Easy does it. And here we are. See? It wasn't so bad now, was it? And what about this view? Gorgeous, right?
So this is what death is like. Didn't expect it to be so sudden.
Oh god.
Come and claim me, sweet death. But first, let this...
Hey, now don't go dying on me, Bernadetta. It's just the sun.
Huh? What? Where am I? Oh.
I'm streaming it and then saw it mentioned it somewhere else. Haven't played, but yeah, I think I do. You might. Tactics are pretty fun. Tactical RPGs like Final Fantasy Tactics or XCOM. I really want to play XCOM. Casper, he has 2. Oh, come on.
Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me.
I'm always happy to help. What can I do for you?
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you...
Your room. Okay.
Uh-oh.
This isn't what I had in mind.
What is she doing to him?
Come on. A big, strong guy like you? This is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it.
Oh my god.
There's still more to do. Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean? It's just a dorm room.
Were you raised in a stable? Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who uses it. In fact, I think once once we're done with this room, we should clean up your room as well.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have some actual training to do.
Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. The fella I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and...
Don't you get tired of spending time with all these guys who have tolerable personalities?
Oh, it gets tedious at times. You must listen to them talk, for one thing. But it's important for my future.
I don't think she
That's how I see
likes
my training.
guys.
I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
I don't know if that's a comparison you really want to make.
If
Why
you know
not?
what I mean.
Seems about right to me. Sure, I'm a noble, but I'm also a second son.
She seems
I
to
don't have
hate
anything coming to me.
men, but deals with them. You have XCOM 2 but never played it? You've played XCOM. Yeah, I've seen people play XCOM, but I really want to play XCOM and XCOM 2. I think I have both of them, but I just haven't played them yet. I really want
Why
to.
do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world. I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. It would be nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar.
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth it.
Alright, support level C. Oh, just a few more.
Alright, time for some more... Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar, do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, they're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately.
I am knowing that. You teach, I learn. We both...
Alright. I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind. Sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing
What
wrong.
is his
Let's try.
problem?
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No. It's really nothing.
Okay. I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Ah, fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop
What am I knowing?
about my father.
Your father? He is
Is he
of
the one that
military in the Empire.
kidnapped her?
I hear he has great skill.
A lot more story behind this
No,
one.
Not that. Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire.
There is a lot of good story, but there's also a lot of backstory, like lore. All these characters have like pretty interesting backstories. I kind of like it, learning about all of them.
My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know? My father killed yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just...
So, now you have the truth.
I accidentally keep skipping it.
Petra? Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
Well, that's sad.
It's peaceful here. Flowers are so calming. Just looking at these, it's like all the terrible parts of the day just disappear. If only people could be more like flowers.
What's Bern doing?
That's a huge
Looks like
flower in
there's
front of her.
something wrong.
All these nobles are just terrifying. And the commoners? Just look at Dorothea. So pretty, popular, dazzling. There's no way someone like me could ever be close with someone like that.
Bern, are you okay?
Dorothea! Did you hear all that?
Just the part about you wishing you could get along with someone. So, Bern, who have you got a crush on? Seriously now, you have to tell me. Who are they? Do I know?
No.
Me? I thought we already were friends.
That's not what I mean. I thought it would be great, but old memories just get in the way for...
Bern, whatever happened in the past, I thought we'd already been friends for a long time.
Just forget it. We'll never be close friends. Father would just... He would just...
Maybe she's acting this way because of her family too,
Wait,
actually. I wonder why she acts this way. There's something...
What did she mean by that?
Something must have happened to her. Oh, okay, Dorothea's done. Vendetta. Oh, please be the last thing. It has to be the last thing, actually.
Petra's really nice.
I think.
Never yells,
Almost, maybe.
never says mean things about people. Maybe she'd be my friend. Oh, there she is now. Okay, Bernie, you can do this.
Bernadetta, are you needing help with something?
How did you know? Do you have eyes in the back of your head or something?
I do not have that, no.
Right. Do you want to, maybe, be friends or something? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like me.
What I am thinking?
What?
Yes. Like a rabbit in the tall grass, always watching for enemies. And you flee at any sign of danger. I must be careful that I am not hunting Bernie when I take out my bow.
Oh, you try not to shoot me. That's,
You have similarities with prey. That is all I mean to be saying.
so you're saying you might end up hunting me?
There is no need to have concern. I will make sure my arrows are not hitting you.
That isn't comforting. Whatever I did to deserve this, forgive me.
You do not need
Oh
forgiveness.
god, she's so
But it is
annoying.
yours if you are... Was I saying something wrong?
Oh, we're finished. Thank goodness. I love the backstory, but also that took a long time. That is like one full episode. So you need to make them all talk to each other. Basically, once you do certain activities with everybody and like they're bonding more and more, they get a support level up. And when they fight on the battlefield together, they get support level up. And then you go to support and you're able to see if they have any new dialogue options. And once you let them talk to each other, they level up their support, which makes them stronger in battle when they fight side by side, which makes them do things better together. It's all like a really deep like support system with all your friends and stuff. It's cool, and you get to learn a lot more about them. But man, that took a long time. I just had everyone like saved up. Okay, we can finally like do some real